Hi, God's General. This is MORA and welcome to Pick Talk with MORA. Here we pick up major and minor realities of life wrapped in the Word of God. I'm so excited to see you. If you are new, you have joined the family, and if you are not new, welcome my family. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe as we get right into the video, and most importantly, comment. I know that you'll be blessed. God bless you. Let's get right into the video.
Welcome to another episode of Pick Talk with MORA. Happy Children's Day to every child in the world. Today, I'm talking to you parents, you guardian, you in children's ministry, and I'm here to stand as the mediator of every child that you know and tell you the things that you do that they do not like. One of the things I've found being in children's ministry and having to be a mentor to so many teenagers, so many young adults, and a couple of children is that the influence of parents, the influence of guardians, the influence of elderly people on a child matters so much to their future and defines so much about themselves. And here are some of the things that we do that we do not know that they are wrong, but they affect the future, the life of every child you see. One thing I need us to know is that that child you see today is growing to become an adult tomorrow. And the today of how the child is treated determines the tomorrow of the adulthood of the child. So let's get right into the video. The first thing I want to talk about is not listening to a child and always lecturing. The thing you need to know about children is they like to be heard. I think one of the things that has helped me being in children's ministry and mentorship is the ability to sit and listen to people, listen to children and teenagers talk about the things they are going through. So many teenagers, they have so many uncertainties, they have so many things, and some of these things are supposed to be the responsibilities of their parents. They're supposed to be the responsibilities of their guardian. But most times, we always have the approach of just lecturing them, teaching them. When I was your age, I used to do this. When I was in my mother's house, no child needs to hear that. What they want to do, sometimes even the correction we correct the child 100 times, just listening and understanding their own point of view, and then lecturing them will go a very long way. If you're a parent, if you're a guardian, if you are into children's ministry and you do not know how to listen to a child and let them talk, understand their perspective, you might not get the best out of them. If all you do is to lecture them, is to shout, is to want to coach them, is to want to correct them, you are not going to get anywhere with it. What it's going to do is that it's going to groom the child to the point that the child no longer finds solace in you and they just ignore what we expect. As we have so many children out there, they just need to be listened to. How about you sit your child down? When not you sit your child down and say, tell me what's going on with you. What happens today? How are you doing? Where are you at? Tell me what's happening in school. What's going on now? What's the next step you want to do? Not with an approach of you want to control what they're doing or you want to lecture them, but with an approach of you really do want to listen to them and listen to what they have to say. So many children need to be listened to. The second thing I want to talk about is how children do not feel safe around you, their parents, their guardian, and you in children's ministry. And this is because you have created an imagery of fear. It's almost the same with the first thing I spoke about, but it's different that they can't even approach you. You've created an image of perfection, you've created an image of punishment, you've created an image of fear that they feel so insecure when they are. No child should feel insecure around their parents. No child should feel insecure around their guardian. No child should feel insecure around you in children's ministry. One thing I believe is that if parents at home are failing in their responsibility, as long as you are in children's ministry, you should not be failing because God has sent you to that child's life to stand as their mediator. So many children are out there living in fear of the environment, the kind of environment their parents has created. You do not know that you create the kind of environment you want the child to flourish. That's why you see some children when they leave their parents and they go somewhere else, they become better. Or when they leave where they were before and go somewhere else, they leave a church and they go somewhere, they become the best and the better version of themselves, not because their brain got changed, but because the environment that was created was an environment of safety, an environment of love, and not an environment of fear. When you find that your child starts to become withdrawn from you, does not talk to you any longer, cannot even have a conversation with you, cannot even confide in you, cannot even tell you what they are going through. When last did your child tell you what they are going through? When last did your child sit you down and say, this is what is happening with me? When last did your child even want to be around? When you find that your child does not even like sitting around you, just know you've created an environment of fear, an environment of insecurity, an environment of distrust. And this affects. One of the ways to fix it is by avoiding condemnation and learning to listen, like I said in the first part of this video. Learning to listen to the child, learning to talk more to the child, and letting the child talk more to you, and learning to not judge the child. And this way you find that the child begins to open up to you gradually. Let's go right to the next point. Parents, guardians, you in children's ministry, we do it so unconsciously. Even myself, I've caught myself doing it a couple of times. We compare children with themselves, and it's not supposed to be so. I said it in the previous video I made about children's ministry. You can't afford to compare child A with child B. You saying, why can't you be like? Why can't you be like your cousins? Why can't you be like my friend? Look at this, your child. Your child has their own destiny. God did not make any man the same, any child the same. You must come to the realization that your child is different from every other child out there, and it's your responsibility to bring out the uniqueness in that child, not to compare them. We need to learn to stop comparing our children with themselves. Stop comparing children with themselves. Don't ever at any point by mistake say this one. You can even want to do, your comparison may not even mean so much harm. At never any point should we compare any child with another. Every child, they are different, they are unique in their own sense of values, they're unique in their own approach to life, and they have different future. Do not compare any child with another. This next point, I can go on and on. I feel like I wanted to make this point, the first point, but this next point is the one that matters a lot to me. When you invalidate your child's emotions, we have a generation of parents that act nonchalant to their children. How can you be acting nonchalant to your own child? How can you be acting nonchalant to you are in children's ministry? God has given you children to steward. You're acting nonchalant. Please, I want to plead with you, parents, guardians, you in children's ministry. Don't invalidate your child's emotions. What makes up a person's soul is their emotions. What makes the expression of a person's soul is their emotions. And we are divided into the spirit, soul, and body. And if the soul is not being expressive enough, it will be caged. And the dangers of it is worse than spiritual attack. Some people are strong spiritually, but they are weak soul in their soul. And we do not want to just build spiritual children. Understand that validating your child's emotions helps them to stay fixed and to stay sane in this world full of noise. Stop acting nonchalant to your child and learn to accept them and validate every emotion. You can validate and correct. It's not all their emotions that are right. But first, learn to validate before you even make an attempt to correct. This next point is also similar with the previous one. We have to understand that being physically present does not mean you are emotionally present, does not mean that you are spiritually present, does not mean that you are mentally present, does not even mean that you are health-wise present. Some parents, guardians, they think what it means to nurture a child is only about provision. So they say, I bought you the best phone, I bought you the best. That's not what it's about. Some children do not even need to be bought the best phone. Some children do not even need to be bought the best iPad. They don't even need it. What they need is your presence in other aspects of their life. And one thing that I need you to know as a parent and a guardian is that you model to the child what you don't do. You cannot tell a child not to do. What you do not practice, you cannot tell your child to practice it. They are watching you. They are modeling what you are doing to them. So if you model insincerity, your child will become insincere. If you create an environment of emotional availability, that has to do with trust, and that has to do with truthfulness. A child will not even have to relate to what lies is. There are better ways to communicate to a child. You don't have to be emotionally unavailable, spiritually unavailable, because you are trying to protect yourself. I feel like parenthood, there's no even ego to be protected, because you have to know that you are nurturing something, that you are nurturing lives that determines, the next generation. Some children are hardly broken, some children are shattered. You just don't realize it. Because they are smiling, because they are laughing with you, does not mean they are okay. I've had to be around young people to know this too much. I've met young people and I'm just like, oh, how are you doing? And then the next thing is they start to cry. This is someone that is very extroverted, very open, very, all groovy. And then in the intimate space, I'm just like, how are you? And they start to cry. You cannot tell a child A and do otherwise. That's why parenthood is one of the hardest ministry, because it does not just have to do with speaking, it has to do with model the right emotional security, model the right spiritual approach, model the right mental approach. You have to understand that you are a model to your child. You are the first role model your child has. And if you don't model right, when they find someone else that is modeling right for them, don't complain when they start getting closer to the person. Let's go to the next point. This next point, hey, embarrassing your child in public. Some parents think that they can get at their child by embarrassing them in public. What you are doing to them is you are making them dislike you, is you are making them distrust you. You are not just even embarrassing your child in public, but also talking about your child's insecurities in public. You know that your child is battling with something. Maybe your child has low self-esteem traits. Then when you get the opportunity to have conversations with people, you now talk about it. Now say, oh, my own child is having, those people you are talking about to them, did they talk about their own child to you like that? Some parents, they're just funny. I'm so sorry. I'm doing this with so much pain and so much, experience. And I've had to be with a lot of children that are going through a lot of things. And sometimes I'm just sad for their parents. Why do you think embarrassing your child in public is a good thing to do? When you get the opportunity, you talk about their weaknesses. Your child has a weakness. Maybe the child eats too much, and you feel like what to do is to talk about it openly. Why do you think that is going to work? The next thing to do is to laugh about the child. Even making a joke about the child's insecurities to your friends is wrong. It's wrong. It's very wrong. Even talking about it in conversations is wrong, except if you have the permission of the child to do that. Stop embarrassing your children in public. Some parents think it's okay to shout at their child in the open air. Your child did something, you now bring the child outside and not shouting. Why? Look at you. You are a failure. You are a this. Your child did something wrong and you feel like the best place to correct them is in the presence of all their friends. There's no child out there that likes embarrassment. And from embarrassment, you get nothing but resentment. You get nothing but withdrawal. You do not want to approach correction with embarrassment. You can correct the child in private. You can correct the child in-house. You can correct the child with better things. You can even punish a child, but it doesn't have to be outside. It doesn't have to be in the presence of strangers. It doesn't have to be in the presence of people that know. Some parents, they've attracted disrespect to their child because of the way they treated their child in public. Every other parent now feels like they can talk to your child anyhow. Every other parent now feels like they can address your child anyhow. What you are doing to that child is you are reinforcing a resentment, you are reinforcing distrust. Your child tells you something and you think that that's the best time. That's the best time to use it. Please, parents, try your best not to embarrass your child. Find better approach to correcting your child. It does not have to be in the public. It doesn't have to be in places that they are strangers. You need to also learn to control your emotions to the point that when you get home, there are sometimes that my teenagers or my mentees will do something to me or that will hurt me so much because I expect more from them. But because of the place we are in, I will wait till I have the opportunity to be with them in private before I talk about it. But now, no. Please, let's not, I'm begging us, let's not embarrass our children in public. What it does is bad reinforcement. Let's go to the next point. This next point, I'm not even going to dwell too much on it because if I dwell too much on it, I'll just be angry. But parents, you need to learn to apologize when you are wrong. What makes you think you can't be wrong as a parent, as a guardian, as someone in children? There are days where I apologize to my teenagers. There are days where I apologize to my mentees. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You need to learn to apologize. You are not perfect. Why do you think you are perfect? Why do you think you are getting it right? Sometimes I say, how can I become a better children coordinator to you? How can I become a better mentor to you? When I realize I'm not doing it right, because every child is different and I can't approach them the same way. If I'm doing it right here, does not mean I'll do it right in the next place. So I ask, how can I be a better mentor to you? I apologize. I don't think I've been connecting with you that much lately, but how can I do it better? You need to learn to apologize when you are wrong. Learn to apologize to your children when you offend them. Even scripture says, parents, don't provoke your children. Please learn to apologize. Let's go to the next point. This one, I've already spoken about it, but learn to be confidential with your child. Your child tells you something, and the next thing to do is to broadcast it. Do you have the permission of the child to talk about it? You will tell everybody about your child's problem. The child will never trust you with anything. You have to learn to be confidential with your child. You have to learn to say what is needed. You have to learn, even out of excitement, your child is processing, something good, and the next thing, he does not even finish processing, you have told the entire world. You have to learn to be confidential with children. Know the ones that needs to be spoken about. Know the ones that do not need to be spoken about. And the Lord is going to help us. Please, parents, let's distinguish confidentiality and the one that should go to the public. In fact, some parents do not even talk about the ones. Your child is good at a skill, and you don't know talking about your child's skill and earn them things that will help, promote them or even bless them financially. You will not talk about your child's skill. I don't think the list of parents I've seen talk about their child's skill. Oh, my child is into tech. My child can sew. There are few. But all you choose to talk about is your child's failures and your child's your child's lacks, weaknesses. Please talk about only what promotes your child and not what brings your child down. And learn to. It also helps to build your child's confidence in public. Some children in public, they are not confident because they did not come from a place that boosts their confidence. Let's learn to differentiate confidentiality with what needs to go open when it comes to children. Let's go to the next point. Some parents only give conditional love to their child. The only reason why you're being a good parent to your child is because they are doing well. When the child fails, you know, say, I suffered. We're not neglecting it. It's not. See, children honestly see. They know that you are going through a lot to put food on the table, to help them. They know that. But when you now start pointing it out, it even makes them develop ingratitude. I know that there are times where you need to let the child know that this thing, I didn't just get it at a platter of gold. I suffered for it. When you always point it out, point it out, you're not helping the child. Parent needs to learn to show unconditional love rather than just conditional love. Let's go to the next point. This next point is a banger. You do not spend quality time with your child. You do not spend quality time with your child. Your child cannot sit with you for 1 hour and you are not on your phone. Some parents, your child will even be talking to you. That's why you'll be pressing your phone. You can't drop your phone and listen to your own child for just 1 hour out of 24 hours. If they take 1 hour out of the years you have spent on earth, parents, is it going to do anything to you that you can't dedicate it to your child? You can't just say, okay, sit down, let's talk. Spending quality time with children, you don't know what it does, but it helps them build safety. It makes them feel secure. It makes them build confidence. Some things should not even be preached about. We don't need to even preach about low self-esteem. We don't need to preach about confidence. We don't need to preach about all these things. If a child grows up in the right environment, they automatically grow up into great esteem, great confidence. Please, parents, let's learn to spend quality time with our children. You in children's ministry, so I'm talking to you also. Sometimes just sit with your children and hear them talk, hear them gist with them, share your life experiences with them. Not parents, I beg you in the name of God. Spend quality time with your children. Quality in the sense that it's not about you, it's about them, it's about their future. Alright. And even as you are spending quality time with them, it's also about you because you are going to reap the fruit of that quality time. Let's move to the next point. This next point, I will not even dwell too much on it. Favoritism. Hey, liking one child and the other. Don't worry. It's I have a lot to say, but Parents, learn not to draw favoritism amongst your children. I understand that it's possible that you might grow likeness towards one child and the other. Even Jesus Christ, when he had all his disciples, he had six, he had three, he had one, John the Beloved. So understand that there may be one that you just grow, founder with and likeness with. But please learn not to show it too much that the other children they now come to know it. Learn not to grow favoritism with your children. Learn not to always buy things for this one. What happened to the rest? You always fight for this one. When it comes to the others, it's criticism. You always favoritism kills. Favoritism it makes the child not believe in themselves. Favoritism creates an environment of envy and jealousy. And we know what scriptures says about envy and jealousy. That's one of the biggest way for the devil to divide the family. Please, parents, learn to control your favoritism and show love to all your children. Guardian, show love to all your children. You in children's ministry, show love to all your children equally. And the Lord is going to help us. Let's go to the next point. This point, I beg you, I can literally kneel down. Parents, don't do it. Stop insulting your children. Stop insulting your children. I've seen parents say, you this stupid child. You this foolish child. You this idiot. You this mad child. If you see a mad child, I'm very sure you will never call your child mad again. If you see a stupid child, I'm very sure if you know see, scripture makes us understand that our words, they have life. You're planting seeds in their life as you're calling them foolish. If they turn out foolish, please don't shout at them because you are the one that made them foolish. The child is doing something. It's trying to do a vision or achieve something, and all you can do is talk down at it. If you can't support emotionally, if you can't support financially, you can't support physically, please support with good words. Oh, I believe in you. When last did you ever tell your child I believe in you? All you do is to criticize them. All you do is to insult them. When last have you ever told your child, wow, great work you are doing there? When last have you ever told your child, you are doing fantastic? When last have you ever told your child that you can achieve it, you can do more? All you do is to criticize your child. Parents, please stop insulting your children. Stop calling them names. Stop calling them names. Don't call them goats. You say, you just goat. Stop calling them cows. Stop calling them names. There are so many amazing names you can call your child in the scripture. These things, they have life. Every word we speak, even scripture says that by words, the earth was formed. It's God Almighty used words to create the entire universe. How much more we that He has created in His image and His likeness? You are planting a seed in their life, and it will reap. It will reap something. Let's plant seeds in their life. Good words. Even if your child is not getting it right, don't call them a failure. You can let them know that, oh, you are not getting it right, you could have done it better. But outrightly calling them a failure, outrightly saying you are a dumb child, parent, and you are also destroying the esteem of the child. And when a child's esteem is destroyed, there's nothing, scripture says that if the foundation be destroyed, even the righteous man, what can he do? And one of the foundations of a child is their esteem. If you destroy it, there's nothing, it's going to take a lot to build it. And even when they're in the journey of building it, there's going to be so many other insecurities arising. Please, parents, learn not to insult your child. Let's go to the next point. This next point, blood of Jesus. Parents, please respect your child's boundary. Respect your child's boundary. I understand that when I say child, I'm talking about different age range. I'm talking to teenagers, basically. As once your child starts entering puberty, you need to learn to respect their boundaries. You need to learn to respect their opinion. All you need to do is to guide them. Don't try to control. You want to be in control of their life. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't project your insecurities on your child. Respect their boundaries. Respect their no's. Respect your child's boundaries. Respect their opinions. Respect their space. Respect their space. Respect their approach to life. All you can do is to guide them. But respect their boundaries. Respect their opinions. Let's go to the next point. Parents, please, guardians, please, and you in children's ministry, you have to understand that our generation is different from your generation and the approach is different. I've heard parents say, when it was my own time, are we in your own time? We bought so 50 kobo. Are we buying it? Is there anything like 50 kobo now? Please learn to respect your child's generation, this modern age. Modernize yourself to parents. Stop approaching your child with your own generational approach. This is a different generation. This is Gen Z's. Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they are one of the toughest people to relate with. Approach them like that. Modern, understand the struggles of Gen Z. Don't see. A child can be talking about I've had children where they talk about, ma, my education, I'm failing my education, and what is wrong with them is not their education. What is wrong with them is something else. So you need to understand that what is wrong with them maybe peer pressure, but it's just being projected in their education. So you need to understand what exactly is wrong with your child. That this modern age, there are new problems that children go through that evolved, or that have even they are the old problems that every child faces that has matured to something else. So you have to understand what exactly is wrong with the child and approach it modernly. Don't approach it like, oh, me, I've been there. You that you're not Gen Z. Parents, let's learn to approach our child modernly. Let's move to the next point. See, many children feel like a burden to their parents. Stop making your child feel like a burden to you. They can't even approach you. They can't even talk to you because they have a sense of you are always anxious, you're always angry, you're always creating an imagery of anger, always creating an imagery of anxiousness, and you want the child to approach you. Parents, learn not to make your child feel like a burden. Let's move to the next point. This is the final point. Excessive harshness to your child. Too much harshness. See, like I said, some things are modeled. You don't need to talk about it. If you want the child to pray, to learn how to pray, you just be praying. If you want to learn the child to learn how to fast, you just fast. And when you're fasting, fast without complaining about the fast. You see that they develop fasting culture. If you want a child to learn how to read books, you read books. They will do it. You can't be telling a child to do what you are not doing. Excessive harshness, excessive, you must do it, when you are not doing it. Parents, and with these few points of mine, I hope I have been able to convince you and not to confuse that the grooming of a child is very much dependent on their parents. If a child finds the right environment of parenthood, they become one of the best in life. On their guardian, you may not be their direct parents, but one of the approach I have, and I said in my previous video on children's ministry, is that if you approach a child, every child I meet, I approach them like my own. I gave birth to them. All my mentees, I approach them that I'm the one that gave birth to them. I approach them like, if this is my child, is this how I'll treat the child? If you approach every child like that as a guardian, you don't know, you're going to reap the fruit of it. You in children's ministry too, your role is not just to teach them. You understand that sometimes your role is to even be the parent. One of the things that has helped me being in children's ministry is that being in children's ministry, I see that it's not just me. Some child, they are honestly lacking parental care, and God has sent me to their life to not just be their teacher, but to also be a motherly figure. So the parental care they are lacking, I try my best to give it. If their parent is only providing for them physically, I know that the Lord has sent me to be their emotional, their spiritual, their mental, and every form of provision they need that their parent is not giving them. Understand that children's ministry is not just to teach. Understand that children's ministry too is to project parenthood. Please, let's do better with children upbringing, because they are really the leaders of today, and not just today, of tomorrow, and not just tomorrow, and of the future. God bless you. I will be posting more content on children ministry and childhood. I've been in children's ministry for the past 4 years of my life, and it's not been a smooth one. It's been a learning, relearning, and unlearning, and I'm glad to share every bit of it. And some of these things are not just things I'm saying because I've had to hear people, but they are things I'm saying because I also have had to experience them. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can drop in the comment section, and I'll do well to respond. God bless you.